What up, Axie fam? What's up, Axie fam? Let's go over the patch notes. Alpha season is over, and we are now in the first off season leading up to season 1, Axie Origin. Let's get into the patch notes. First things first, a couple of new mechanics. Free return, player 1. The player who goes first will receive 1 free return. Take 1 card from your hand and place it at the top of the draw pile. This can only be used on turn 1. This means that player 1 has the choice to return any 1 card to the top of their deck turn 1 for 0 energy. This means that player 1 has the choice to return any 1 card to the top of their draw pile without using an energy. So if you happen to, this has happened to me more than once, turn 1 on the play, you draw 3 2-cost cards, and that's pretty brutal. Because I've been playing that triple ear breathing team. Link to the video up there if you want to check that one out. But because I've been playing so many 2-costs, this is a pretty interesting way to kind of resolve you drawing cards that are only good turn 2 onwards. Cards on this list, I would put Feather Fan, Ear Breathing, Little Peas, Nemo, stuff like Shrimp, things that give your guy taunt, like if he has Iguana Mask. Alright, let's move on because we have a lot to cover. New scaling. Turn 1, player 1 energy 1 with 3 cards. Player 2, 2 with 3 cards. Turn 3, 2 energy, 4 cards. 2 energy, 4 cards. 3 energy, 5 cards. 3 energy, 5 cards. So they spread that out over 6 turns instead of 5 turns. So update to Blood Moon. Blood Moon will no longer target summoned units like Mavis, Hollow, etc. There actually is a bug with this right now, and it still Blood Moon still does affect Clovers for some reason, but it only does 8 damage to it, which is like extra bizarre. So we had some changes to a Fragile and Feather work, and I really like the Feather change. So Fragile. This unit gains 20% less shields from abilities. Kind of a weak effect. So the new one will be gains 40% less shield. Now Vulnerable is 20% increased damage, and I think that might get rolled back just a tad. We'll just have to wait. So Feather used to be when an Axie does a non-multi-hit attack, so AoEs were included in this, consume all feather stacks to deal 3 bonus damage per stack and heal 1 HP per stack, maximum of 10 stacks. So if they had 10 feathers, it would do 30 bonus damage and heal for 10. So very, very weak. The new feather is single or AoE attacks, so excluding multi-hit attacks, consume all feather stacks. Each stack deal an attack equal to 8% of the card's base damage to a random enemy. Big buff to Feather. I've been playing Feather and it feels great. Card balancing changes. So Rosa used to be 40 damage, now it's 45, but now they've added the stipulation that Rosa must be initial to apply the poison and the sleep. Next one was Baby. Innate. Attacks deal 22 bonus damage if HP is above 66%. The card reads 22%, but it's a flat amount. But now it says attacks deal 20% bonus damage if the HP above 75%. Her health has to remain even higher to receive that bonus. Let's go on to the next one. Little Crab, 80 damage, and Ethereal is getting nerfed by 10 damage down to 70. That'll take it from like 116 to like 108 or 106 or something like that with the current builds. Sakura, innate, target any ally. Whenever you play a card this battle, restore 7 HP to this Axie or this ally. But now, big change here. Can you read that? It says cannot stack. So you cannot have 2 Sakuras or 2 Bumpies on a single Axie. Bumpy, same thing. Innate, whenever you play a card, you get 7 shield. It says cannot stack. So you cannot have 2 Bumpies or 2 Sakura. Or Skelly Spoon, 70 shield. Target ally next turn after the target is attacked reflects 50% of the shield lost. So now it says target an ally next turn after the target is attacked reflect 50% of the shield lost, limit 1. which means you can only play one of those in a turn. So, Curse Ritual, attacks deal 3 bonus damage per curse card in your deck, capped at 15 damage. This rune seems real funky. Not the good kind of funky, the weird kind of funky. Like, clunky is really the word. Now they gave it a buff. Now it does 5 bonus damage per curse card in your deck. This could be very good with the right build, right? You can't see the text, but just believe me, it says 5 damage per curse card in your deck. So you play triple Coda, triple Nemo team, or triple Cottontail, and in between those, you could have 6 curses in your deck. And so now you're doing 15 bonus damage to your attacks. You know what got the nerf even harder than Puffy? Edna! What do I mean by Edna getting nerfed? We didn't talk. So all your Zeal, Puppy, Telescope, Blossom, Scar, Bookworm, Lucas, all the cards that search for a particular card type and put it on top of your deck, those now have Banish. So big update there. But I didn't talk about Sheba. So Sheba gains 3 rage if this Axie's HP is below 50%, but they are improving that to where if their HP is below 75%, so 1 or 2 attacks to be able to trigger the rage improvement. So big buff there. Innocent Lamb, innate, select one of this Axie skill cards and add a copy of it to your hand. Previously it had unstable, similar to Nemo. They removed the unstable to that card. Cucumber Slice used to be 45 HP healing for your entire team, then apply 3 healing boost. Now this has dominated the meta for the most part. Looks like they gave the HP healing a slight debuff, and now it's only 40 HP healing per Axie. Wall Gecko, big part of the meta, reduced from 30% damage reduction for 4 turns to only 25 for 4 turns. A bit of a nerf. So Magic Sack, this is the big one that's going to change the meta, because the meta right now revolves around Wall Gecko, Cucumber Slice, Magic Sack, and Mandarin. So they use Mandarin, make some copies of it, and then they have 1 million of those to add. So the big change to Magic Sack is it no longer has Retain. So you can't hold it in your hand until you have the card you need. Big change there. Big nerf. Means they can't let it sit in their hand the entire game. Use it when they need it. Big nerf. The other big nerf is Mandarin. Mandarin used to be 0 energy, 30 HP healing, retain, target ally, banish. Now, same healing, but now it has unstable. So every Mandarin you use is going to, it's going to put a confused into your discard pile. That can make the deck very inconsistent. Now, I didn't talk about these other runes. Bloodlust, there was a small change. Used to steal 15 HP. Multi-hit attacks used to steal 4 HP. Now it's nerfed to 12 and 3, respectively. Tough Strike is changed from 10 flat bonus damage to 10% bonus damage. This is kind of a significant change to like Earwing. So on Yam, it would be 30 damage to each Axie plus 9 poison damage total. So we're talking like close to 100 damage through Yam with Tough Strike. But now, since it's 10% increase, it's only going to be 22 damage on Yam. So an 8 damage change. But overall, because it's 3 Axies that it's hitting, that's a reduction of 24 damage. Right? So big change there, probably because it's all over the place. But I think it's being abused with AoE teams, and they're trying to roll that back without changing some of the AoE cards themselves. So this is a good way to do it. Thick Shield used to give a 10 flat bonus shield from cards. Now it's scaled back to 10% bonus shield from cards. So if it only gives 10 shield, it would only give 11. So big difference there. Feather Descend used to be when your turn starts, this Axie gains 2 feather. This Axie gains back half the feather stacks consumed when doing a non-multi-hit attack. Now, very interestingly, very big buff to this one. When your turn starts, this Axie gains 2 feathers. Another random ally that is not a summon also gains 2 feathers. And they still gain half their feather stacks back. this is a huge improvement to Feather Descend. So birds with Feather Fan, I think, might be very viable. So that's it for this video. What do you think? Do you think they forgot to nerf something? Leave it down in the comments. And I'll see you in the next video.